Hi, I'm Stephanie Madsen, an independent consultant with Usborne Books More. I am so excited to show you some of my favorite treasures for your home library. Some must-haves that will just be things that your children will be able to pull off the bookshelf and curl up on the couch with and just remember for years and years to come. The That's Not My series is one of my favorite series for babies, and it's the kind of book because it's so sturdy that you'll be able to pass down to more than one child. The pages are very thick with round corners, and the images are large format with wonderful touchy-feely areas of all different textures. That each of the images are outlined in black, which is great for babies as they're starting to gain their visual abilities during that first year and start to be able to make out different colors and shapes. They're so drawn to these large format black outline images at first, and they just love this series. We have so many titles in it, like cow, goat, hedgehog, meerkat, dolly, many more, and each page features a little mouse for the child to find. So this does a couple things. It allows the book to grow with a child from baby to toddler, and also it's wonderful for visual discrimination, which is a very important pre-reading skill. If I were going to recommend one book on colors for you to have in your home library, it would absolutely be the Big Book of Colors. This is the kind of book that your children will remember when they're grown up. It has wonderful features in it, like this beautiful color wheel, and it talks about so much more than just green, red, yellow. It talks about all sorts of shades of colors, idioms, and expressions that we may be familiar with related to each of these colors. You could make this book into a game. It also includes this wonderful overlay sheet in the back so you can see some of how colors mix. Absolutely love this book for a home library edition. Most of us probably remember what it was like to grow up with dictionaries, encyclopedias, and a thesaurus in our home, and those days are not over. Usborne is able to make these titles in a format that is so exciting, so engaging. This is our illustrated dictionary. It's really wonderful for school age, maybe about 9 through adult or even younger with some help. This is a beautifully illustrated book. Just awesome to have in the home on your bookshelf. Something that would be great for homework assignments, writing projects, and for the little writer in your family. I am so glad that we have it in our home library along with the illustrated thesaurus. This is great for homework assignments and projects and writing. There are also tips inside for things to write about, word games that you can play. It's such a fascinating way to look at synonyms and antonyms. Usborne's also really well known for our encyclopedias for homeschoolers and just for something to have in anyone's home library. This is the children's encyclopedia. As you can see, this would be great for an elementary age student with a level of complexity here, and I want to compare it to, this is the geography encyclopedia. You can see here that the level of complexity increases. We have the geography encyclopedia, and also we have world history, world religion, science, living world, and we do have hardcover versions of these encyclopedias as well. We also carry first encyclopedias and dictionaries of math and science that are perfect for very beginners, all the way through elementary and middle school, and even some older children. My next recommendation for your home library are Usborne's illustrated classics, or stories, and our illustrated unabridged books. These books are beautiful, and what I love most about them is that Jim Trelease, a literacy expert, says that a love of books tends to drop off around age 8. And what he attributes that to primarily is that around age 8, when our children start to be able to read more independently, we stop reading to them. Well, these are wonderful books either for your children to lovingly pull off the bookshelf at your home and curl up and read themselves, or for you to read aloud as a family. These make wonderful read alouds. They have padded hardcovers, so they're nice, very nicely made. The illustrations are beautiful, and there are so many options within these categories. We do have some illustrated stories for little children, and also like this Greek myth book. Along those lines, we do have enchanting stories, delightful stories, adventures, fairy tales, Hans Christian Andersen, incredible stories, stories of princes and princesses. There's just an option for every child in your family. Treasure Island is an illustrated unabridged, and among the unabridged books we have this title. We have Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Little Women, Christmas Carol, Wind in the Willows, Wizard of Oz, and Heidi. The illustrations are just gorgeous for your child, and the memories they'll create reading them either aloud with you as a family or by themselves, they're just unparalleled. You're giving them a wonderful gift by giving them access to these gorgeous classic books. And finally, we have the illustrated children's Bible stories from Usborne. This is a gorgeous book. You can see that it has a little bit of shine to it, and it has a beautiful soft cover, cloth cover. These stories are gorgeously illustrated. This would make a beautiful, beautiful gift for someone, or just a wonderful addition to a home library. We do have other titles that are similar to this in the style with that gorgeous just quality that can be handed down to, you know, the next generation of your children. We have nursery rhymes, and we have an alphabet book that's made similar to this. We have a few Bible story books, but this with the cloth cover is the illustrated children's Bible stories. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at these wonderful options for your home library. If you have any questions about them, please let me know.